Hi everybody, it's Ryan George from the thing you're currently watching. Please enjoy this pitch meeting for Avengers Infinity War that I made several years ago, and stick around after because I will talk about it. While you're doing that, I'm gonna draw Iron Man. So you have that Avengers Infinity War script for me? Yes sir, I do, and this one's all about a guy named Thanos who's trying to gather Infinity Stones. Oh, what's he like? Well, let's just say if Bruce Willis was a Pokemon, this is probably what he'd evolve into. Ooh, scary. Yeah, this movie's gonna get real dark. Sounds like stuff is getting serious. Oh yeah. I mean, you'll still have time for a quick lighthearted Ben & Jerry's commercial, right? Oh, Ben & Jerry's? Yeah, for sure. Okay, great, because I already cashed that check. I actually threw in a fair amount of jokes to balance out the darker moments. Keeping that Marvel vibe to it. What kind of jokes are we talking? Well, I had this idea that maybe some characters call other ones by names that aren't their real names, right? Right. And so, yeah, that'll be a lot of the jokes. I'm not sure I get it. Well, like Tony calls this bad guy Ebony Maw Squidward. Okay, yeah, I guess that's funny. And Thor calls Rocket Rabbit. Yeah, okay, he's not a rabbit. And Tony calls Star-Lord Mr. Lord. Uh-huh. And he also calls him Flash Gordon. Right. And Thor calls Groot Tree. All that character says is his own name. And Star-Lord calls Thanos Grimace. So you're like really leaning into this name thing. And Spider-Man's gonna think that Doctor Strange is a made-up name. Are people gonna notice that so many of the jokes are based on character names? I don't think so, unless some jerk on the internet points it out. Well, okay then. So tell me more about Thanos. You mean Pokemon Bruce Willis? Please stop making name jokes. That's not his real name. That's not his real name, yeah, I get the joke. Well, Pokemon Bruce Willis thinks that there aren't enough resources to go around, so he wants to destroy half of all life in the universe. Oh, wow. Does that include, like, plants and animals? I don't know, probably not, because those are natural resources. What if there are planets where there are just plants and animals? I don't know, maybe half of them die in those cases? What if there's a planet where there's like 1,000,000 animals and one dude? I don't know. Would half the animals die, or would half that dude die? I don't know. Would his left side just go limp or something? I mean, I'm hoping people don't think about Thanos' plan this much. It's just something he wants to do real bad. Okay, it's more of a shut your brain off and enjoy kind of thing. Done and done. Anyway, Gamora's like, well, Thanos can't get the Soul Stone because I'm the only one who knows where it is. Okay, so she goes into hiding? No, she goes directly to him. What? I mean, she tells Star-Lord to kill her if Thanos manages to grab her. Still, that seems pretty irresponsible. Oh yeah, very much so. Huh. And Thanos has the Reality Stone, so he easily grabs Gamora from the Guardians. What does he use the Reality Stone for? More bubbles than you'd expect. Oh, bubbles are tight. But essentially, he can make whatever he wants become reality, so like Drax and Mantis turn into Slinkies and stuff. Well, that's game over, right? If he could turn everyone into Slinkies, that's game over. Yeah, he can literally alter reality. Wow. But he's not really gonna do it that much. Oh, why not? Because. Fair enough. Yeah. So is Doctor Strange gonna use the Time Stone to save the day like at the end of his movie? No, he's not. How come? Because. Fair enough. Yeah, here's the thing. Based on the powers we've established for everybody, there's probably a lot of ways they could bring down Thanos. Yeah, it feels like fans are gonna point all of those out online. That's right, and that's why I included a scene I like to call "Shut the hell up, everyone." Oh, I like the sound of that. What is it? We're gonna have Doctor Strange look into the future and say that out of 14 million outcomes, he only sees them winning one. Oh, very smart. Yeah, so anytime someone online tries to criticize the movie, somebody else will chime in like, well, it probably had to happen that way because that's the only way Doctor Strange saw them winning. Exactly. Shut the hell up, everyone. There you go. So what else happens in the movie? Well, some of the characters blast a hole in a ship and Ebony Maw goes flying out into space. But then he flies back like Mary Poppins? No, I thought of that, but then I was like, this isn't Star Wars. Bummer. Sorry. So what do they do about the hole in the spaceship? Well, Iron Man closes it up because he has this cool new thing where his suit is like, basically magic. Oh, it is? Yeah, it fixes up holes in spaceships and morphs into whatever he needs in any given situation, and it closes up massive stab wounds. How is that possible? Nanotechnology. Yeah, but what does that mean exactly? Nanotechnology. But how exactly? Nanotechnology, I don't know. Okay, nanotechnology, sounds good. Yeah. So what do some of the other characters do in the movie? Like, what's up with Captain America? Oh, he has a beard now. That's it? Pretty much. What about Black Panther? He goes, "Ya Bombay." Black Widow? She's gonna have this little moment where she's surprised to see that Bruce is back on Earth, even though he's the one who called them. Oh, well, that's sweet. She's also gonna be part of a lady fight where all the women team up to fight the female antagonist. That's progressive, right? Maybe. What about Winter Soldier? He has a new arm and he picks up a raccoon. Hawkeye? Not even in it. Ant-Man? Nah. I gotta say, it feels like a lot of characters are getting sidelined. Well, you asked me to shove 75 main characters into a single movie, you sick bastard. I did do that. I haven't slept since 2015 and I hate you so much. Hey, throw that Tyrion Lannister dude in there. I like him. Please stop. Please stop. Alright, so you're gonna have everybody fight a big generic army of bad guys? That wouldn't be an Avengers movie without that. So what's this army gonna look like? Well, picture what it would look like if Venom took over Goro from Mortal Kombat. Okay. So yeah, like 1,000,000 Venom Goros. Very cool, and how do the heroes end up stopping Thanos? Oh, they don't. What? Yeah, no, he's gonna get all the stones and erase half of all life in the universe. But it's gonna be hard to wrap up a movie if the bad guy wins. Actually, super easy. Barely in... Oh, you're disappearing. Okay, and you're gone. Okay, that doesn't feel satisfying at all. I mean, I know you're gonna come back because we have a bunch of other meetings planned. And there it is. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. There he is, that's Iron Man with a smile on his face, although every minute for him is agony. I remember being very stressed out for this pitch meeting because it was the first kind of event movie that I was making a pitch for when it came out. I saw the movie twice. This is one of the few movies where I did that because I was like, whoa. Pressure's on. And the funny thing is, as I rewatched this, I barely summarized the plot at all. I mean, in my defense, there was a lot of characters and stuff going on, but yeah, not much of a plot summary in this pitch meeting. And I'll be honest, I don't even remember what I was talking about with that Ben and Jerry's line. Just from context, obviously, there was some kind of big product placement, but I don't remember what that was, so this could have aged better if I had been a little more specific, or even cut that completely to focus more on the plot. I spent like 15 seconds of valuable early video real estate on a Ben and Jerry's joke that I don't even like specify what it is. That product placement did not stick in the zeitgeist, as far as I can tell. That's how you have to say zeitgeist, by the way. You gotta be a little pointed with it. Now to stop kicking my butt over this pitch meeting, which I do think is a little subpar. I'm not the proudest of it. One fun Easter egg I did put in this that some people may have noticed is this Greendale Community College t-shirt I'm wearing, which was a nod to Anthony and Joe Russo, who directed the movie and also did a bunch of stuff on Community, hence the t-shirt. Now that whole thing about there being so many characters in this movie, I do legitimately think they pulled that off as well as they could. Like, they did a really good job with that. Despite the sheer number of characters, I think they struck a balance, and in Endgame they even found time for Pepper Potts to do whatever this face was. What was she doing there? Hey Gwyneth, do an angry face. Grrr. Perfect. But like lots of others, I just don't see how they can ever strike that balance in future Avengers movies. There's so much. Like what, is there gonna be a big battlefield where She-Hulk is twerking next to Harry Styles? He's in the MCU now, remember that? When he walked out in a post-credit scene at a certain point? That was actually a huge moment for me because I have never felt nothing like I felt nothing in that moment. That moment for me was what you search for when you meditate, just pure nothing. It was kind of beautiful. Then because I had to research for the pitch meeting, I found out he's Star Fox, the brother of Thanos, and I do see the resemblance. This tweet about sums it up for me. My favorite bit of Marvel films is where you sit through 9 minutes of credits to watch a 5-second clip of some guy stepping through a doorway and saying, "It's me, Blorko. I've got superhero fatigue and I've got it bad, folks." Question time. Very kind words, and then do studios have to allow you to use clips from their movies? How does that work? Because I noticed that some videos have less or almost no clips from the movie. So the clips that I use, I usually just grab off of YouTube or from the movie trailers, or if the movie's out, then I can kind of screen grab it from a streaming website or whatever. As far as I understand it, it's fair use if you're talking about the thing that you're showing. That's how reaction channels exist. But I'm not a lawyer, I haven't passed the bar, but I've been to lots of bars, so I do feel qualified to answer that. When the bleep did you get married? I got married to my wife in May 2023, and we have been divorced 0 times since. Question. So I was recently down with a fever and had kind of a fever dream about pitch meetings for books, where maybe the author's brain pitches the book idea or something like that. I know that's going to be extremely time consuming, but do you think that such an idea might be feasible? No. Did you play the manager elf in Elf? I mean, yeah, that is me. That's kind of hard to deny. I certainly do seem to be Peter Billingsley. So yeah. Okay, thanks for watching. Please send questions down below.